से पूछना चाहते हैं तो पूछिए, किसी को भी कोई भी सवाल। अगर आप नहीं पूछेंगे तो फिर हम जो हमारे चैप्टर बचे हुए हैं उनको हम क्लास 8 पे देख के थोड़ा सा समझने की कोशिश करते हैं। और पहली प्रायोरिटी यही रहेगी कि अगर आपका कोई सवाल है तो हम पहले उसे सॉल्व करेंगे। बताइए, एनीवन, एनीथिंग। हमने पंचायती राज देख लिया था, अब एक बार हम लोग रूरल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देखते हैं कि जो गांव का या जो ऐसा इलाका होता है वहां पर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसे होता है, कैसे वो जगह चलती है। लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट इट।
मैम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मतलब?
एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मतलब प्रशासन जिसे कहते हैं ना, जैसे कि आप देखिए गेल में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है। अगर आपको कुछ काम करवाना है तो आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के पास जाएंगे। जैसे कि अगर आप मान लीजिए आपके यहाँ पानी नहीं आ रहा है, आप किसी को बोलेंगे जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से रिलेटेड। एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मतलब एडमिनिस्टर करना, एडमिनिस्टर मतलब हर चीज का ध्यान रखना, मेंटेन करना, किसी जगह पे रूल्स करना, रूल करना।
ओके मैम।
For a farmer, land is of utmost importance. Until recent times, women were denied the right to inherit the family's agricultural land. The Hindu Succession Amendment Act was enacted in the year 2005. According to this law, the women and men of a family enjoy equal share in the ownership of the land. Land often serves as a source of income and as a family asset for the rural population. An inch more or less can mean a terrible loss to one and a significant gain to the other. There have been several instances when land disputes have turned violent, causing harm to the parties involved. Since land is crucial to the rural population, it is essential to maintain proper records of land ownership. The responsibility of maintaining rural land records and resolving land-related disputes lies with the district collector, the tehsildar, the patwari, and the police. In the following screens, you will learn more about the roles of each of these officials. Every state in India is divided into districts. Each district is headed by a district collector. A district is further divided into units that are called tehsil or taluka. Each tehsil is headed by a revenue collector or tehsildar. The Tehsildar is responsible for resolving rural land disputes. The Tehsildar must also oversee the work of the Patwari. The Patwari is the person responsible for maintaining and updating the land records for a group of villages. The Patwari is responsible for measuring and recording the land of each farmer. Every farmer has the right to access this information. The Patwari also maintains records of what crops are being cultivated on a piece of land. These details help the Patwari calculate the amount of land revenue to be collected from each farmer. Despite the maintenance of detailed land records, land disputes continue to crop up in villages throughout India. In such situations, the police intervene to resolve land-related conflicts. The disputing sides furnish their cases to the police of their area. The police register these cases and investigate the matter. This way, the district collector, the Tehsildar, the Patwari, and the police ensure the smooth administration of rural areas. Think about this and discuss.
The rural administration is a large machinery where different people are appointed for different roles. The country is divided into states. These are divided into districts, which are further divided into tehsils or talukas. These talukas are then divided into villages. The Patwari is in charge of a group of villages. He may be known as Lekpal, Kanungo, Karamchari, or the village officer in different places. His main work is to maintain and update records of the village. Measuring of land, an important duty of the Patwari, may be done by using a long chain or a measuring tape. The Patwari organizes the collection of land revenue from the farmers. He also provides information to the government about the types of crops grown in those areas. It's important for him to update the records regularly as to whether farmers have changed the crops or if they have dug a well somewhere and so on, as the revenue department has to keep a track of all these happenings. The senior officials in the revenue department supervise the Patwari's work. Like the Patwari is in charge of villages, the revenue officers or tehsildars look after the work related to land in the tehsil. At the district level, the district collector supervises the work of all. The role of a Tehsildar is to hear disputes, supervise the work of the Patwaris, ensure that records are kept properly and land revenue is collected. They also make sure that the farmers can easily obtain a copy of their land records, students can obtain their caste certificates, and land disputes are heard in the office of the Tehsildar. According to this new law, the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, sons, daughters and their mothers get an equal share in the land. This ensures that Hindu women too have a share in the family's agricultural land. Measure
Hello, we work for the municipal corporation of your city.
We will explain to you the structure of your city's municipal corporation. Municipal corporations are established to manage the affairs of large cities such as Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai.
A municipal corporation is made up of the council, standing committees, mayor and deputy mayor, and municipal commissioner. Let's find out more about each of them.
A city is divided into wards to help administer it better. Residents of a ward elect their representative known as the councillor or corporator. Ward councillors come together to form the council, which is the general body of the municipal corporation. A councillor enjoys a term of 5 years. In addition to ward councillors, the council also has members known as aldermen. These are eminent residents of the city appointed by the city's governor. The council has to ensure that the city's basic civic infrastructure and services are in place. The council approves the annual budget of the corporation and formulates its policies.
To assist the council in carrying out its tasks, there are several standing committees. Members for these standing committees are elected by councillors from among themselves. There are specific standing committees to deal with the various duties of the corporation, such as committees for education, development, transport, health, and public works.
The councillors and aldermen elect the mayor and deputy mayor from among themselves. The term of office for mayor and deputy mayor varies from state to state. The mayor, considered the city's first citizen, oversees the corporation's activities and presides over its meetings. In the absence of the mayor, the deputy mayor performs all the functions.
The municipal commissioner or chief executive officer is the corporation's executive head. The commissioner is a senior officer of the Indian Administrative Services and and is appointed by the state government for a period of 3 to 5 years. The Commissioner oversees the working of various infrastructure projects and services in the city.
So, now you know the structure of your city's municipal corporation.
Our cities provide opportunities for work to millions of people. However, without proper administration, life in a city can easily collapse into chaos. Municipal corporation is responsible for the smooth and efficient running of a city. The municipal corporation's functions are largely of 3 types: public education, public health and sanitation, and public works and services. In a city where the municipal corporation performs its role satisfactorily, the streets are free of garbage. The roads are well maintained. There is sufficient supply of potable water. Citizens have access to quality healthcare facilities. Every neighborhood has playgrounds for children. The streetlights are functional and maintained. And all children have access to quality education. These are some of the tasks handled by the municipal corporation to maintain order in a complex city environment. The municipal corporation needs money to maintain the facilities it provides to the people. It raises its finances through taxes and grants. Here are some of the taxes that the municipal corporation can impose. Property tax is the tax levied on houses, buildings, and land. Entertainment taxes are collected from cinema halls, theatres, and other entertainment sources. Education taxes are collected to fund educational facilities and activities. Toll taxes are imposed on vehicles for usage of special roads and bridges. Water tax is collected from homes that have municipal water connections. Besides taxes, the municipal corporation receives financial grants from the state government for provision of some assigned facilities to the citizens. Taking care of the needs of a big city isn't easy. The mutual cooperation between citizens and the municipal corporation ensures the smooth functioning of life in urban areas.
Yes, so we saw that there are 2 different types of administrations, the ways of administration, which are applicable in the urban and the rural areas. In the rural areas, basically what happens that there is a district collector, there is a तहसीलदार, एक पटवारी होता है, उनके काम हम लोगों ने देख लिया that what they actually do. The main focus is about land and the productivity. On other hand, अर्बन एरिया में मेन चीजें क्या होती हैं कि सबके पास पानी पहुंचा या नहीं, सारे रूल्स रेगुलेशंस फॉलो हो रहे हैं या नहीं, उसके लिए एक अलग तरीके का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन होता है। वहां पे भी चुनाव होते हैं, वहां पे इलेक्शंस होते हैं, म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन बनाई जाती है, उनके अपने अलग अलग काम होते हैं, मेयर होता है, डेप्यूटी मेयर होता है, उनका जो पूरा काम है वो केवल लोकल लेवल के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को देखना होता है। किसी का अगर कोई सवाल है तो आप पूछ लीजिए। एनीथिंग बेटा, एनीवन? हाँ
मैम, तहसीलदार का वर्क क्या होता है?
बेटा, तहसीलदार का काम होता है, देखो जैसे ना हर किसी के अंडर कुछ लोग काम करते हैं, है ना, जैसे हम लोग प्रिंसिपल सर के अंडर काम करते हैं, है ना, तो मेरा काम क्या है, स्कूल का काम तो है ही, मेरा स्पेसिफिक काम ये है कि मुझे सोशल साइंस पढ़ाना है। ऐसे ही तहसीलदार जो है डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर के अंडर होता है, जैसा डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर डायरेक्ट करते हैं उस तरीके से उनको जो जो काम दिया जाता है वो करते हैं। हमारी हिस्ट्री के कुछ चैप्टर रह गए थे, मैं तुम लोगों से वो भी डिस्कस करना चाहती हूँ, तो देखते जाते हैं अलग अलग जगह कैसी लाइफ हुआ करती थी। लेट्स जस्ट हैव अ लुक।
In our study of history, we learn about the life of kings and their conquests. We now have a look at the life of the people who supported the kings. The life led by the common people is often deduced from various sources. These include stories written by the common people or monks and scribes, sculptures and carvings on buildings, railings and gateways, accounts of sailors and travelers who visited these cities, coins like the punch-marked coins which were in use about 500 years ago. Agriculture was the chief occupation, as can be deduced from the archaeological findings. About 2,500 years ago, iron was used to make tools to increase agricultural production. Irrigation works such as canals, wells, tanks, and artificial lakes too supported agriculture. In the villages of India, there were three kinds of people largely. In the Tamil region, the large landowners were called Velalar, ordinary ploughmen were known as Uzavar, landless labourers were known as Kadesiyar, and slaves were called as Adimai. In the northern region, the village headman was known as Grama Bhojaka, which was often the largest landowner. The post was often hereditary. He was entrusted with tax collection by the king and also played the roles judge and policeman. The independent farmers were known as Grihapatis, and those who worked on others' land as they did not own any were known as Dasa or Karmakara. Most villages had craftsmen too, such as blacksmiths, potters, carpenters and weavers. Many of these cities were capitals of Mahajanapadas and fortified. This provided another occupation for the people, and some took to building forts. What were large owners of land in the Tamil
Look at this picture. What do you see? Why do you think these people are in a hurry? This is the temple town of Hampi in Karnataka. How do you think a temple town developed? This is a hill station. Are the people living here always on a holiday? This is the backwaters of Kerala. What would it be like to live in a houseboat? Where are we now? Where is everybody else? Think about this and discuss. Hi, welcome to the dig. An ancient spearhead from the Gupta period has been found at this site, and the radar scan shows there might be more artifacts in the ground below. But some people want to use this site for construction. To save the archaeological site, you need to find more artifacts and decipher what they mean. Click each patch of land to save it. Big! That's a big find. A little horse head made of ivory. What's this? A useless stone. But hey, wait! There's something else. Now, that's a find. Put the two together, and I believe this is something very useful. Let's find out. Wait, what's this? It's an ancient gold coin. This one's going to be worth something. This coin shows an image of a horse. It looks like the Ashwamedha coin released by Samudragupta I. Look what we have found. A head made of stone. Believe it or not, it's a Buddha. What do you think this find means?
चलिए इसे हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास में कंटिन्यू करेंगे. अगेन इफ देयर इज अनदर क्वेश्चन एनीथिंग फॉर मी, आप लोग मुझे बताएंगे, हम लोग उसे यहाँ पे डिस्कस करेंगे. सो दैट विल बी ऑल फॉर टुडे. थैंक यू एंड साइन अप.
Saira ma'am and thank you ma'am. Bye.
Saira ma'am, thank you.
Bye ma'am.
Saira.
Saira ma'am, thank you ma'am. Bye ma'am.